Oh, we getting copyrighted tonight. What is up, everybody? It's I, Jake Governor, a.k.a. Cubics, and this is the best show here, the best show there, the best show anywhere. This is Shootin' the Shit. And yes, I just did all that. And yes, I am going to get copyright, but I don't give a fuck. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a while since I've actually, been in front of a camera and done a Shootin' the Shit like this. So, we're here, So, not a lot really to talk about in the world of professional wrestling. I could really shit on AEW like I always do. But today, it's Elimination Chamber night, and I'm very excited for Elimination Chamber, even though I have to work during it. It's a very, for the first time in a long time, we have a real unexpected show, and it happened that way with the Royal Rumble. And I just got to say, WWE is on a roll right now. And I just want to suck the cock of WWE because it's so great. No, it's I feel like we're getting into a lot of talking territory with WWE because, like Michael Cole said on Logan Paul's podcast, Impulsive, because, it's a good podcast. Michael Cole said to Logan Paul, we're about telling stories now. It's not about really in ring. And to be fair, the most compelling things about WWE programming right now is the out of the ring stuff, because they literally have the Motor City Machine Guns under contract and they don't do anything. They had Chris Sabin on a fucking speed match, and it was against Dominic Mysterio, and he lost, man. And I don't know. I'm excited for Elimination Chamber tonight, when I get to watch it. But the Chamber match is very unpredictable. The fact that Logan Paul is a factor in this Elimination Chamber match is very weird to me, because if you would have told me, probably, I don't know, when did Logan Paul start fucking wrestling? So if you would have told me, right when Logan Paul did the whole Suicide Forest shit, if you would have told me, hey, Logan Paul is going to be one of the most interesting things going into WrestleMania 41, I would have gladly asked you for the drugs that you were taking, and I would have taken them. What's up? We got fucking Scott Casey Gale on the chat? Holy shit. Nice. Now, I just want to preface this for whoever watches this. I'm going to have a mic stand soon. I'm just I hate holding this microphone because I don't want to create any memes. But honestly, I really don't give a fuck. But yes, you can see my DX shirt. It's beautiful. My blue hair is even better. I don't give a fuck about what anyone thinks, as you can tell. I don't know. I think that's my insecurities coming out. Anyway, so Elimination Chamber, we just might as well run into it because I got to work soon-ish. We got the match that I like. This one is a little weird because Trish Stratus showed up out of nowhere, probably because there's Elimination Chamber is in Toronto, so Trish Stratus just showed up out of nowhere. So we got Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus against Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. Now, Candice LeRae and Nia Jax, man, you want to talk about a mismatch of styles, of everything that goes in with it. It's just I don't get it really, because it's To be fair, I'm not sitting there watching SmackDown and watching what's going on with who is it? Candice LeRae and Nia Jax. See, I already forgot because like who cares? But yeah, Candice LeRae and Nia Jax. First of all, Candice LeRae could probably wipe her ass and like the particles like on her fucking tissue paper would be better, would be more talented than Nia Jax, because Nia Jax fucking sucks. And for like, this is a problem. I'll get into it if I talk about NXT for a little bit, but like the fact that Nia Jax is so untalented as she is, like just on the mic and in the ring, when she has the lineage of her family, is just ugh. But anyways, we got Nia Jax and Candice LeRae, the most weird tag team I've ever seen. Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton. I mean, this had to have been because they're in Canada, right? Again, I don't watch the product as much as I like WWE product as much as I would like to, because SmackDown's on a different channel that I can't get. So I'm hoping that there's a red herring and Charlotte interferes and Trish Stratus fucking, there's a triple threat at WrestleMania, because it can't just be it can't be Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. It just can't just be that match for the title, because no, like Charlotte, I don't want to see Joan Rivers win the title, and I don't even see Joan Rivers anywhere near the title picture at all. So I'm hoping a triple threat situation happens with anyone in this match. I mean, put Nia in there, put fucking, Candice LeRae. I'm surprised. Good for Candice. That's all I got to say for this match. Good for Candice. I have nothing to say. I don't care who wins. Good. It has to be Trish Stratus, right? Because it's her hometown. It's in Toronto. So good for Candice. That's what I'll say for that fucking pick. Next, we have the Women's Elimination Chamber. We have Liv Morgan versus Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss versus Bayley versus Naomi versus Roxanne Perez. And who is she challenging? Shit. Challenging Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. Now, you could go Bianca Belair for this. You could. That'd probably be the easy way out. Have a big turn, have Bianca, turn heel, go against Rhea. That's what my brain would tell me to do. But what if they have a dark horse? What if they have Roxanne Perez win the Elimination Chamber, go on to WrestleMania to face Rhea Ripley? It's why not? But are they like, is Bayley's in the match too, right? Yeah, Bayley's in the match. So okay, I'm gonna pin that comment from Scott in a little bit, but I think that if I would go with Bianca for this, because it would, because here's the thing. For the first time in a long time, it's an unpredictable show, because like for the last, like probably I'd say 5 years, the Royal Rumble was very predictable. Elimination Chamber was very predictable. This one is very different. So even men on women, like this is before they even had women's Elimination Chamber matches. But this one, I would say I would give it to Bianca, just because Bianca and Rhea at WrestleMania, that's the money match. And then you can get Roxanne versus Bayley at WrestleMania, because that's also fucking man. Because when's the last time we've had a fucking women's match that wasn't for a title on a pay-per-view? I don't think there's ever been one. I don't know. Can anyone tell me that? I don't know. But I'm going for Bianca, I think, for this match. But yeah, no, it's interesting. For the first time, it's been, unpredictable. And I'm going to put this comment up from Scott, because might as well get into it, because the other segment on this show, because there's only 4 matches announced for this card, and it's literally just about to happen. So I think a lot of matches, like these chamber matches, are going to get a lot of time, and this segment is going to get a lot of time. So we got from the one and only Scott Casey Gale. I cannot stress this enough. Listen, I could stop making YouTube videos tomorrow. I could stop being on the Marks podcast. By the way, shout out to the Marks podcast. I will probably not be on the show tomorrow night because we do have a show. I'm going to be working, so I don't have a time to – I might call in, but might not be on the show tomorrow night. But shout out to the Marks podcast on the House of Rebellion. But if I don't ever do another show ever again, this guy right here, Scott Casey Gale, he's the GOAT, man. The greatest of all time right here. Do you think Cody Rhodes will face John Cena for the WWE? Yes. I hope, because they're pushing this, because we're getting this segment, like Cody has to make it. Cody's giving his answer. He's going to give The Rock his soul, or, I don't think he's giving The Rock his soul. But, see, here's what's annoying about this, because The Rock is shoving his nose into this WrestleMania situation, which is fine because he's a board member. He has every right to do that. But Cody Rhodes, I would love for Cody Rhodes to be a heel because I think that he's such a fucking when he's a heel, he's such an unlikable heel. So it could work. But the booker in me, if you want Rock to have a corporate champion, like he said, I want you to be my corporate champion. And Michael Cole even said, if you become Rock's corporate champion, you get all of the money, you get everything, and the segment that they had with Cody getting all the charcuterie board with fucking R-Truth, it was a great segment. But what needs to happen, Cody is not obviously going to just turn heel like that. If he does, it'd be great. But Cody's going to tell Rock no. And then I think we get the real corporate champion. I mean, we might as well go into the men's Elimination Chamber match. Because the winner of that match is challenging Cody at WrestleMania for the title. So it has to be a situation where John Cena wins the Elimination Chamber and becomes Rock's corporate champion, and John Cena turns heel, and we get something we've never seen before, and then now till WrestleMania, we get great build, we get a good build between John Cena and Cody Rhodes, and we get John Cena as a heel. It's something that people have always wanted to see. It's something we've never seen before. Fucking do it. Pull the trigger. Because if they're just throwing this out of the blue, the corporate champion, all this bullshit, it has to mean something. Someone has to turn heel for it to make sense. John Cena is the logical option because he's in Hollywood like Rock. Between The Rock and John Cena, I mean, John Cena is the way better actor than The Rock. But again, I would also love if we get a swerve and CM Punk becomes the corporate champion, just flips, and because we had a segment with him and Cody, and he was like, I would have taken that 10 years ago, but now I would tell that part-timer to shove it up his ass. Great, because then you get a swerve, and then CM Punk becomes the Rock's champion, then you get CM Punk and Cody, because that's honestly the match I would prefer. I would love to see CM Punk and Cody in the main event of WrestleMania because I feel like it would be a great match, and the promos going up to it, especially CM Punk as a heel, being a corporate, CM Punk being a corporate guy with The Rock would just be so against the norm that I feel like it should work, and it could work because it'd be a great match for WrestleMania. But I don't know. I feel like the smart move would be to go with Cena and have Cena turn heel because it's his final run. But CM Punk pointing out that, because I saw it, he pointed out, he's like, John Cena announced a farewell tour, and he hasn't shown up one time, pretty much. He's shown up 4 times, on an actual Raw or SmackDown. He showed up for the Royal Rumble, he showed up for all the fucking pay-per-view jazz. But this is a little tricky. I don't know. So I don't think Cody's given up his soul, whatever the fuck that means. As far as the Elimination Chamber match with the men's go, I really would. I want CM Punk to win because I want to see Punk and Cody at WrestleMania for the title. Because again, like, look at me, I'm a big Punk mark. A big Punk mark. I said a big Punk. I'm a big CM Punk fan. I mean, it goes with that. Like, you know, if anyone who's ever watched me knows about that. But I don't know. Like, Cena versus Cody would be a great match too, and like we get to see Cena as a heel for the first time ever. I say do that. But again, like CM Punk being the fucking corporate champion for The Rock would be so different. Like, I'd be for it, but I would say turn Cena heel. I have no clue. If they're going to have Drew McIntyre win this fucking thing, all right, I'm going to put this out there right now. If Drew McIntyre wins this, if Drew McIntyre is going to be The Rock's corporate champion, I don't know like what I could do to like, because I don't want this to happen. I do not want this to happen. Look into my eyes. Drew McIntyre sucks. I hate Drew McIntyre, but if Drew McIntyre somehow wins this match, then I'll eat a whole jar of Dijon mustard. I don't know. I'll eat a whole jar of Dijon mustard. There you go. If Drew McIntyre wins the Elimination Chamber, I will eat a whole jar of Dijon mustard. But I don't know. So Logan Paul is the dark horse for this too, and if Logan Paul versus Cena, man, I would hate to look back and think that, man, what was John Cena's last WrestleMania match against Logan Paul? I would love, like, I saw, like, if John Cena. Hey, let's say there's, because CM Punk said something about John Cena like leading up to this. We lead into John Cena and CM Punk at WrestleMania one last time at WrestleMania. That'd be fucking great. So I don't know. I mean, maybe Logan Paul wins. Maybe Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. I don't want to wish that evil on anyone, so I'm not going to do that. But no, I don't know. This match, for like when I was doing the Royal Rumble reaction, when I was doing it on the Marks podcast, it was the first time in a long time I was legitimately shocked by anything in wrestling because Jey Uso won the fucking Royal Rumble. And again, you see how no one's talking about Jey Uso? Again, like, fuck Jey Uso. Fuck that whole build-up. If Jey Uso wins Jey Uso is probably going to win the world title. And then what? That's the thing. Fuck Jey Uso. Man, see, I lost viewers because of Jey Uso. See, Jey Uso sucks. Vince McMahon is a better Royal Rumble winner than Jey Uso. So I've said it right here on Shooting the Shit. I would say, as far as the winner of the Elimination Chamber, it has to be Punk or Cena. It has to be Punk or Cena. Because if Drew McIntyre wins that, I mean the fucking whole bottle of Dijon mustard. And I don't like Dijon mustard, god damn it. I like spicy brown mustard. Damian Priest is in that match too. I just looked up the fucking thing. Okay, so I would hope in a perfect world we get Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre WrestleMania, just a blow-off match because Drew McIntyre should not be anywhere near the main event in any sense. So, like, the fact that he's even in this match kind of pisses me off. But anyways, I'm going for Cena or Punk with that match. So we have the true main event that I feel that should main event this show. And if this doesn't main event, then I don't know what the fuck they're doing. But Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, unsanctioned match. This is, I would hope that this would be the best match that these two ever have. I'm not getting my hopes up that high because these two have had so many fucking matches. Other than I would have put them in a Hell in a Cell. I would have put them in a Hell in a Cell for this, but because it's an Elimination Chamber, because you fucking backed yourself in a corner naming an event after a fucking match, you kind of book yourself in the corner. But again, they had an Elimination Chamber where the main event was a fucking ambulance match with John Cena and Kane. So, like, I can't even say that. So, this needs to be the main event of the show. And if it's not, then I don't know what they're doing with Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens anymore. Because I realistically can't see any spot for them on the WrestleMania card. So is this just a situation where they're both leaving and like we get a big blaze of glory and they just both fucking burn up and that's the end? And El Generico and Kevin Steen show up in AEW? I don't know. Like, I realistically don't know. I don't know who's going to win this match. But if this match is not the main event, then I don't care. Because Kevin Owens got buried 6 feet under when he was having that match with Cody Rhodes. Was it Saturday night's main event? When he went to the fucking... I don't care. Anyways, Kevin Owens got buried 6 feet under by Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes did everything but piss in Kevin Owens' fucking mouth. Like, that was probably the worst burial I've ever seen. And when people throw that word around like, oh, burial. No, this was a fucking burial because Kevin Owens, compared to Cody Rhodes going into that buildup, Kevin Owens looked like a fucking god. And Kevin Owens looked better than Cody Rhodes has ever looked holding that belt. I mean, you gotta say the harsh truths, but it was ridiculous how good Kevin Owens was on the mic compared to Cody. Like, anyways, I don't have to get onto that because I went on it on the park. I just had a stroke. Anyways, God damn it. I said it on the Marks podcast and I'll say it now. Kevin Owens was fucking buried in that segment because he was way better than Cody Rhodes ever was being the champion all this time. He's been the champion since WrestleMania last year, and he hasn't done much. He's feuded, like, he had a few matches with Solo Sikoa. He did this and that. Like, he hasn't done much as a fucking champion. Again, the chase sometimes works better than the fucking win in most cases. So, anyways, Kevin Owens got buried 6 feet under. He went fucking ladder, got bruised up, showed up the next Monday on Monday Night Raw, all fucking bruised up, and then went back to his feud with Sami Zayn. And now we're in a situation where they're in Canada and they have to I don't know what they could do. I mean, I think we're gonna see some explosions. I don't know. This has to be the main event. If it's not the main event, then this doesn't mean shit. Like, because then, like, what? They're just going to wrestle, and then Sami Zayn's going to get his comeuppance and smile at the end. Like, what can happen here? This has to be the main event, and this has to have a big finish. Both of them get taken out, and then come back as a tag. Because I don't know what you can do. Because Kevin Owens got buried 6 feet under. He's never going to challenge for the title as long as Cody's the champion, so it doesn't make any fucking sense for that. So I guess Sammy has to win triumphantly in his hometown in the main event, but it's like, he should have did that when he was challenging for the fucking title against Roman Reigns, because that would have been a great title change too. I don't know. Anyways, Elimination Chamber in Toronto. I'm hoping that Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn get their main event. That's really all I care about for that event. But I would say that there's really nothing more for me to talk about. I mean, we could talk about AEW, how I should have gone to that Phoenix show that they just had. But I would have realized if I would have wasted money on that shit, I would have beat my own ass because that show sucked ass. The way they had Thunder Rosa embarrass herself. Anyway, it's bullshit. I'll talk about this another day. Tomorrow night, there should be a Marks podcast. I will definitely try to call into that show on the House of Rebellion channel. I will try my best, but I work and it sucks. But yeah, enjoy Elimination Chamber tonight because it might be an interesting show. It'll be fucking, I don't know. I'm interested. But yeah, I don't know. I want to let you all know that I want your souls out there, That's the thing, because the Rock and Cody shit is so weird. But again, we're in a situation where the shit in WWE and the shit in AEW too, like there's a lot of weird shit there too. I don't even want to talk about the Death Rider storyline because it's so nonsensical and so stupid that I don't even want to fucking talk about it. But we got a lot of interesting shit in wrestling right now. So, and hey, you might even see me at Double or Nothing. But, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a new edition of Shootin' the Shit. It's called a Shootin' the Shit special. I usually do that because people, like a lot of people join in when there's a Shootin' the Shit special and like some drama divulges, but you know, whatever. Again, I'm not, no one gives a fuck about me. I don't give a fuck about a lot of things. But here's the thing. Like this video, comment on this video, subscribe. Men, keep your dicks hard. Ladies, keep your pussies wet. And yeah, peace on the motherfucking streets.